Very good morning, my dear students. In the last class, we have discussed about the half part of the poem. Which poem? The ant and the cricket. So now, let's begin with the remaining part of the poem. See, in the last part of the poem, what all we studied? We studied that we came to know how the cricket was very hungry, and it thought that it will go hungry like that only, and it will die due to hungriness. So what it did, it thought and it got the idea of set off himself to the miserly ant. So here, now let's start from that one more stanza. At last, by starvation and famine, made bold, all dripping with wet and all trembling with cold, away he set off to a miserly ant, to see if, to keep him alive, he would grant. What? The cricket was, first of all, it was very hungry. So due to its starvation and famine, what happened? That the cricket became bold enough to search its food. So what it thought of meeting the miserly ant. Means he wanted, the cricket wanted to get shelter, get food, and everything what it needs, it wanted to get from the ant. But what will happen next? We'll see now. To see if, to keep him alive, he would grant him shelter from rain and a mugful of grain. He wished only to borrow, he would repay it tomorrow. If not, he must die of starvation and sorrow. What happened? The cricket wanted to get all these things from the ant. What all the things? Shelter from the rain, mouthful of grain. What is that? Shelter from the rain. Then what? Shelter from the rain and mouthful of grain. Mouthful of grain. Then he wished only to borrow, he would repay it tomorrow. What the cricket did? It wanted the shelter from the rain and a mouthful of grain from the miserly ant, and also he wanted to borrow some money from the cricket, and that the cricket thought that if I get all these things and what I need, if I get all the things, I would pay tomorrow if only I am alive. So to be alive, what I should do now? I should get all the things from this, and the ant should give all these things to me. Who thought like this? The cricket thought like this. So next, if not, he must die of starvation and sorrow. What happened? If not means if the ant does not give if the cricket does not fulfill any requirements of the cricket, how the cricket will die? Due to starvation and hungry. Says the ant to the cricket, I am your servant and friend. What? When the cricket went near to the ant and asked to give all this, to do all this help, during that situation, what ant replied to the cricket? Says the ant to the cricket, I am your servant and friend. What the ant said that? Ant to cricket. Ant to cricket. What it said? Yes, I am your servant and I am your friend. Who said? Ant to the cricket. But we ants never borrow and we ants never lend. See how the ant is replying to the cricket. What it said? But we ants know. We are not borrowing anything like you to the others. Means we are not the borrowers as well as we what it said? The ant said to cricket that we ants never borrow like you to we are not we are not asking anybody's help. Whatever we want, we prepare ourselves and we be ready with that always. So we the ants will never borrow anything like you, cricket. Who said? Ant. And never lend. But tell me, dear cricket, did you lay nothing by when the weather was warm? Quoth the cricket. Not I. What happened? But tell me, dear cricket, did you lay nothing by when the weather was warm? What the cricket asked to the ant asked to the cricket, when it was a warm month, when it was a warm season. So did you did not save anything to eat? You did not save any food to consume during this time? You did not save anything. So who asked here? Here ant asked to the cricket. Quoth the cricket. Quoth means say. Here quoth means say. Next, my heart was so light by hearing those words. The cricket felt very nervous, and it was very it starts shivering. Why? Because there was nothing in its stomach and it was dying of starvation and famine. So what happened when the cricket heard the words of ant that the ants are not borrowers and lenders, and what again ant asked to the cricket? And asked that, did you not save anything for this season? You did not save anything from when the season was warm, when the weather was warm. So by hearing these words, what happened? My heart was so light that I sang day and night. For all nature looked gay. You sang, sir, you say. Go then, says the ant, and dance the winter way. What happened? When the ant asked to cricket that did you not save anything? So what it replied to ant? See, that is given in this stanza. My heart was so light that I sang day and night. What is my work? My work is to only sing day and night. I used to and I love to sing whole day and night. For all nature looked gay. You sang, sir, you say. So what happened here? When the cricket was telling that yes, my daily work is only to sing, whether it may be a day or it may be night. So I was going on singing and not bothered about any these kind of things. So for that reason now I am suffering. Who said? Cricket said. So what? Ant replied to the cricket answer. So what it said? If you are singing day and night, so now what happened? Go and sing, dance, whatever you want to do. But don't ask me anything. So what the ant said? Ant said that if you love to sing, if you love to dance, whatever you want, you go out and do whatever you want. But don't ask me anything. Means here we can understand the ant doesn't want to help the cricket. Thus ending, he hastily lifted the wicket and out of the door turned the poor little cricket. Folks call this a fable. I will warrant it true. Some crickets have 4 legs and some have 2. See, thus ending, he hastily lifted the wicket and out of the door turned the poor little cricket. But when the ant replied like this, the cricket was very disappointed and dissatisfied, and what happened? It was unhappy. So after hearing the words of the ant, the cricket became very sad, unhappy. So what happened? The cricket started going back to its way. From where it came, he starts to going away from that way. Folks call this a fable. I will warrant it true. Some crickets have 4 legs and some have 2. See, what is the thing here? Some crickets have, just cricket means just like a grasshopper. They are having 4 legs, and in this picture you can see the 2-legged cricket. See, so by this poem we can understand many things. Before that, I hope you understood the poem. So read the poem, and I have already told to memorize the poem, and next pick out the new words and pick out the rhyming words from the poem, and let's just analyze the poem. Means what thing that we studied in this poem, means what is the main theme of this poem is to what we need, whatever is needed to us and whatever is required to us, we should be ready with that. We should not be dependent upon any other person. Why? Because here the cricket was completely believed and dependent upon ant here. But ant helped cricket? Is it ant helped cricket? No. So, how the cricket felt? It felt very bad, and it thought that it will die of starvation and hunger. So, what the things we need, we should not at all depend upon anybody. So, whatever the problems may come, we should be ready with our life, and we should completely independent. We should be completely independent, and we should not depend upon anybody. Okay. So what the things we need, we should get it, and we should not hurt anybody, and we should get it ourselves. So the glossaries are given here. Accustomed to sing means used to singing, in the habit of singing. Famine means scarcity of food, having nothing to eat. Lay nothing by, save nothing. Quoth means it's a word taken from Old English. Now it is the meaning of quoth is save. So now next okay, I hope you have understood the theme of the poem. So now let's move to the discussion of the question and answers. First one, the cricket says, "Oh, what will become of me?" When does he say it and why? So first, oh, what will become of me? When does it say? When it was suffering from hunger. So when it was of a starvation and famine. So it says that, oh, so when it could not get any food in its cupboard, the room, the cupboard was there, and in that cupboard there was nothing to eat. By seeing that, what the cricket said that, oh, what will become of me? There is nothing to eat, and what about me? How I should serve on this earth? And why? Why? Because there was nothing in the cupboard to eat. Find in the poem the lines that mean the same as neither a borrower nor a lender be. Here, the second answer is page number 22, and here first fourth line. But we ants never borrow, we ants never lend. Okay. Next, what is your opinion of the ants' principles? Here, the opinion of the ants' principles the ants' principles like never borrower and lender means they will not ask, the ants will not ask others for their needs, for their requirements. Means here the ants themselves will prepare their food, and they will manage with that, and they store when the weather is suitable for them. When the weather is suitable for them, at that time what they will do, the ants will preserve the food and they will store whenever if the weather is not at all suitable for them, then what they will do, they will consume that food which they have already preserved in the past days. So this is the for this purpose the ants use those words. They will not ask anything for anybody, and they will prepare, they will ever ready with their needs. Next, the ant tells the cricket to dance the winter away. Do you think the word dance is appropriate here? If so, why? Yes, the dance the winter away the dance is appropriate here. Why? Because here what it said, just see here. Okay. What the cricket said that during the winter season, what I did? Not winter season, warm sunny months and gay spring, I used to sing. So I used to sing always, day and night, whole day and night I used to sing. So by hearing these words, by keeping all those things in mind, what the ant replied and said that yes, you supposed to dance in sunny and spring months. So you do whatever you want, you sing song, whatever. And now this is a winter season. In those seasons you sang a song, and now you go and dance. Only singing, dancing. You do this only. This the ant said to the cricket in an angry mood. The title is the word here is appropriate. Which lines in the poem express the poet's comment? Read them aloud. See here. The last two lines of the poem. I will warrant it true. You can write from, folks call this a fable. I will warrant it true. Some crickets have 4 legs and some have 2. These are the lines in the poem which express the poet's comment. Write the comment in your own words. You have to explain that last 2 lines in your own words. This is your homework. If you know a fable in your own language, narrate it to your classmates. If you know any fable stories, then you can share that stories with your friends. Read the poem once again and write all these questions. And if any difficulties are there, means go through the poem and difficult words and do the homework properly and memorize the poem. Okay. Thank you.